I am here in my rural home in Kimilili. When COVID came and there was lockdown, I couldn't go back to Nairobi. My family is in Nairobi. I am here alone. I'm struggling, trying to eke out a living, so to speak, in matters cooking, living alone, washing clothes and all that. I am learning relearning what I used to do when I was a young boy. So here I am, I want to try. I've always been seeing my people do some nice cakes, nice chapos, nice pancakes, I want now to see whether I can make my own. But I don't have no oven. I want to see whether I can use just a gas cooker to make some little breakfast for me. I have here self-rising unga excel. I have chapa mandasi baking powder. I have some milk. I have eggs. I have sugar here. Yes. Some little salt. I have salt. So I want to, of course there is water. So I want to see if I can make myself something that resembles a pancake, something that resembles a cake, something that resembles a chapo, but no recipe. I'm just doing it the way I've been observing, and I want you to test it and see how you like it. There it is. I'm pouring my unga. No measurement, just my own bit with. I'm not breaking the egg. Don't tell me how to mix it. Just break the egg, put it there, throw it away. I break the egg, put it there, throw it away. Another egg, put it there, throw it away. Now don't tell me those too many eggs. I told you I'm experimenting. I pick my spoon, start mixing it. That is my eggs. That is it. Don't complain about being scientific or not scientific. So long as I've made something to eat. So I've mixed the eggs and the unga. Yes, I know you're already telling me why this, why not the other. I am now putting in my little baking powder, a little bit of it. So there I am with my baking powder. I want to keep on mixing it. That now what is there is just baking powder, eggs, and self-rising unga. I'll now put in milk. This is how much milk is this? Well, I put in all that milk. Now don't keep saying too much. You learn from me. We shall make it. I'll make it Professor Buisa recipe. There it is. Wow, it become too liquid. I must add in some. It become too liquid. No, I must add in some unga. Yes, so that it becomes thicker. Yes, I've added in some. I don't like it, still too light. Still too light. Still too light. Must make some more. Yes. Yes. No water yet. And I don't think I'm going to add water because this one already looks too light. Good. And now adding some sugar. Some sugar. Don't tell me how much. I add to my taste. There I am. Still looks too light. Wow, next time I use less milk. Looks still too light. Of course I could have rolled it, but I don't have the instruments to do that. Just using this, otherwise I must survive. I have to survive with whatever I have. I don't want to go waste my money in the hotels, eating breakfast in the hotel. There I am. I think for the first load, let me use this thickness, because now it looks like I'll produce 2 or 3. Let me use this thickness and then I'll thicken it further. What have I not put in? A little bit of salt. Yes. Don't ask me how much. That's enough. Little bit of salt. That is my recipe, Professor with a recipe. Don't try this at home. Good. Don't try this at home. Let me see. Looks yummy. Wow. Not yet cooked. I can even bring it. Not yet cooked. So now I'll take my little frying pan. I will. Remember, I have no oven. I have nothing. But I must survive. So there. Matchstick. You know what? I'll first of all make it hot. Very hot. I'm heating the frying pan so that's pretty hot. Then well, by the way, in this home I used to produce my own cooking oil from sunflower. Sunflower oil is almost cholesterol free. This one is called Bahari. I don't know whether it's a Bitco product. I don't know from what it's made, but Simba akikosa nyama kula nyazi. So I'll use the Bahari. That's the only one I can now get. Again, don't tell me how you measure. By instinct. Good. Fine. There I am. Good. There I am. make the oil go all over. Well, looks like I put in too much. Let me reduce a bit. I'll use in the next. Yes. So there it is. It's getting pretty hot. And I have something that I will cover with to improvise the situation. Cover it with that. I'm making it also hot, so to speak. You like my process? Don't worry about the process. Look at the product. You know? The means justify the end. If it's yummy, so what? There it is now. Now, I'll reduce my flame. I've reduced my flame so that it doesn't burn. And now I'll put in good. I'll reduce it further, it's too much. I'll cover it. Okay? See, it's already for me. I'll cover it. I don't want to count how many minutes there will be. I don't know the scientific. I just be lifting and seeing. Then from here, I'll improve. By the way, this is entrepreneurship, trial and error. Can I tell you one thing? I interviewed Matadali Manji before he died. I was at Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute. I was the marketing entrepreneurship department. So I met Matadali Manji. He told me this, that he was the first non-European baker, bakery in Nairobi. He was in Ngara, the current Ngara. He used to do baking, the bread, the biscuits and all that. Then, there are two stories to it, I'll tell the other one later. Hunger or shortage of wheat flour came in. There was rationing of wheat flour. And therefore the bakeries owned by Europeans were getting the portions, and them, Indians, were not getting anything. So his business deteriorated. But he told me that he used to see his wife make what we call vitumbu, from unga flour. They were making those heavy-duty mandazis, cones, and all that. And then he thought, if women can make those domestic, wow, it looks like it is forming up. You can look at it, starting to form. You can see, starting to form. You see now, you see. Just watch, starting to form. I'll now have to turn it. Now the turning going to be a problem because I don't have the actual things to use to turn. So I'll struggle with this knife and turn it very quickly. Up. There it is. They are watching it. My pancake is for me. Now I'll add a little bit of the oil on the sides. Good. Good. I'm going to invite you to a yummy. So, this Matadali Manji says he was watching his wife making those heavy duty, in my language you used to call them vitumbu, I don't know in your language. And then he started thinking, if maize flour can make something like that for us with very little wheat flour. So he started experimenting. He went into his, locked himself in his bakery. He started rationing little bit of wheat and a little bit of ugali, maize flour. Started measuring and baking. At last, he got a proportion that made his bread even better than bread made out of wheat, and started producing it. And he attracted customers. And the administration thought Madadali was actually having panya roots, bringing in wheat flour from, panya roots, so to speak, forging or smuggling wheat in. So he was to be arrested. Because how can his bread be better than the bread of the European bakeries who are using wheat flour, and him has not been given any portion or very little, and yet producing better? So he said, hold on, you come and see how I'm making my bread. He told them to come and clean his bakery, everything, clean, so that they don't see any smuggled wheat flour. Then he said, this is my unga flour, and this is the portion that you gave me of wheat flour. So you can cut me. I'm going to lock my bakery so that you don't see my process. You don't see my formula. But you make sure that nobody smuggles wheat flour in here. Then he was locked in with the little portion that he had been given. And with the maize flour that he had, he produced the bread, they tasted it and they believed. They say, this man is magic. So he was telling me, why do you do R&D? Why research and development? He calls this trial and error. He says he was try, error, and then he came up with that. So he didn't go to school like me. He didn't have a PhD, but he's using trial and error. That is his conversion of R&D. Rather than R&D, did and there. Now there's another story I'll talk to you about Matadal Manji with the spaghetti, Ethiopia, but then let that be a story for another time. Back to our, so I'm doing the Matadal Manji approach. Oh, come on, look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's for me. Look at it. It's for me. Wow, wow. Just look at it. It has formed. Whoa, look, look, look. That is my nice breakfast. Let's form a bit. Let's reduce the flame again. Wow, I can see you behind the camera salvating. My God, this man with the camera is actually salvating. He's called Derek. He's called Derek Wangila, Mapesa na najiita. Have you seen his videos? Just go to the video and say Dr. Mapesa. This is the guy behind the guy does biology, by what?
Molecular and cellular biology.
Molecular and whatever biology at Kenyatta University. The corona has now mapped me and him together here. And look at what he's doing. Film production from molecular. That's what we call entrepreneurship. I mean, when there is a roadblock on one side, you open another one on the other side. And this is what he's doing. They are going out with the other university. There is Sandra there, there is Fidel, there is Harriet, there is Peter, from different universities, but they come from Kimilili. We got together and their big plan, they are making a, so this guy, molecular biology, whatever it is, and now he's in the kitchen, but he's giving me tips, because this food, these are related to food. Let's look at it, okay? That's gone now. Look. Sorry. You can imagine if it was in an oven, it will be filling here, but because it was not an oven, let's transfer it. Look, there it is. We go in, I just go do another one. Hold on, let me try it. Yummy. Huh? Sugar not good enough. Sugar not good enough. That's my try and error. Let me add sugar in this one.